Hey friends, it's Emily. So I've been thinking about this certain thought for a while, and then this morning on Instagram, I saw a photo that really triggered this just desire to share this with you because I really hope ultimately this will help you and encourage you and maybe even allow you to be free from some of these thoughts and feelings that you've had lately or ever. Because I know that for me, that was once I was able to get past this, I really saw tremendous freedom in my health and in my fitness and just in my overall mental health as well when it came to body image. And so I saw this photo this morning on Instagram, and what it was is it was a photo, and I'm sure you've seen this as well, where it's a woman's body. She's really fit and she's healthy, and she's like, it's a photo of her abs or her legs or something, and a really great shot. So it just makes her look like ultra fit, whatever. And this morning it was actually a regram. So somebody else had reposted this photo of this girl, and it said goals, and meaning this, that is her goal, is that she wants to have abs or a body like this. And at first I was like, and I kind of rolled my eyes just thinking, girl, that is somebody else's body. But let me just tell you something. I really actually struggled in this area, but it wasn't somebody else's picture that I was posting. It was my own. Because back in high school, when I was modeling, I was challenged to get down to a certain body weight, certain hip size and waist size. And I needed to look a certain way and be super thin and just, always on top of that and always on point. And it was a really big struggle for me. And so when I resigned from the agency, I went to college and I gained weight pretty quick. As soon as I had graduated high school, I gained about 40 pounds right away once I resigned from the agency. And it was the most uncomfortable, most difficult experience I've been through. And in that time, when I got to high school, I remember posting photos of my own body in my dorm room where I was 18 pounds or whatever it was that I got down to, my lowest weight. And I had taken photos and my ribs were poking out and I was really thin. And I just remember that time of my life when I had gotten down to that weight, that I was not in a good place as far as, I may have reached a goal that I needed to reach, but I wouldn't say that I was happy because I reached that goal, because I was so miserable. I hadn't been eating much. But what struck me is that, some girls, and I see this a lot on Pinterest too, where there's these photos of these women's bodies who are in like really great shape. But the problem is we look at those bodies and most of the time we think, okay, if I could just get my body to look like that, if I could just have abs like that, goals. These are my goals. I want to get here. I want abs like that. That's my goal. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to make this happen. That's my goal, to look like that. And what I would say to that, and what I realized, is that seems like a good idea to have that as a goal. It seems like, well, maybe if I have a picture of something, of somebody's body, or even a picture of my own body where I used to be, where I want to be now, that'll encourage me and keep me motivated to get healthy, to get results, to get really in shape that way. But what we forget is that it's somebody else's body. So we're looking at different genetics, different bone structure. We're looking at, they probably have a different schedule than we do in order to give that much time to the gym and dedicate that much time to their nutrition. So you've got to look at that they're in a whole different place. They may even be in a whole different season of life. And that may be something that they can accomplish with their body. Now, if you're looking at your own photo from way back when you were thinner than you are now, understand that you were probably in a different place. You were probably, had on a totally different schedule. And now that doesn't mean that you can't get great results now with your schedule and you can't create the time to dedicate to your health. I'm not saying that, but what I want you to realize, and what I had to realize, is that that's a different person. That's not the person you are right now. That's not, especially if you're not even looking at a photo of yourself, that's not you. And when you base your whole goal and your fitness expectation that you put on yourself, when you put that expectation on yourself that comes from somebody else or an old version of yourself, you're always going to be disappointed Because when you're always looking back, you don't get the luxury of enjoying what's here and now and what's in your future. You only get stuck looking in the past, and you're always left empty. You always come up empty. You always end up unhappy because you're not there. And you can't go back there. And you need to, and what I really want to encourage you in right now is to just embrace who you are right now. And ultimately making the very best out of who you are right now. Not focusing on somebody else and having goals to look like somebody else, because we'll always fall short. But to always have the goal to be the best you that you can possibly be, because only in that will you find the happiness that you're looking for, as far as being happy about the way you look and feel, ultimately. But also, in that, when you strive to be the best you're the person who God created you to be, because you're not going to be anybody else and you can't live up to that. But what you can do is be the best version of you and ultimately glorify God in the process and be so satisfied with where you're at and content, because you aren't trying to be somebody else. You're not even trying to be the person that you used to be, but you're trying to be the best person that you are now. And that's where you're going to find fulfillment. That's where you're going to find a healthy lifestyle that you can maintain, that you can enjoy, and that your friends and family can enjoy along with you, and they're not miserable because you're starving and you're trying to look like some girl in a picture. So be the best version of you. Embrace the body that God has given you. Embrace the season of life that you're in. Make the most of it. Prioritize your health. Prioritize your family's health. But stop looking at pictures and stop posting those pictures around your house of what used to be or what you would love to look like. And embrace who you are. Set goals for yourself that are realistic and healthy, and give everything you've got to those goals. And that's where you're going to find fulfillment. And that's where your fitness journey, your health journey is going to be enjoyable, because you're going to reach really great goals that are attainable and maintainable. And it's going to be a great ride. So that's my encouragement to you. And if you're stuck in this cycle of always comparing, I want you to just ask God to give you the strength to focus on you and focus on your relationship with Him, and stop looking around. Put the blinders on and focus on what you've got going on. But go to God about that first, because ultimately He's the one who gets to free us from that. He's the one who freed me from all of the traps that I set for myself, that I got stuck in my own health walk. And so trust in Him first. Put Him first, and then stop looking in the past. Stop looking around. Put your eyes on what you're doing and move forward and give it 100%. So that's my encouragement to you guys. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching this video.